But falling oil prices are dramatically reshaping world economies. And today we have part 2 in our series on global oil prices. Here's VOA's Caroline Turner.
As the price of oil continues to fall, the Wilson Center convened an expert global panel to discuss the economic and political repercussions. Nigeria is so reliant upon oil revenues, they face domestic unrest and security challenges. If they try to cut production, analysts say there is no floor price at which Nigeria will stop pumping oil.
Our trading partners do have floors, the multinationals, but I will say that any oil that is directly controlled by Nigeria in any way, and it's not much, but the oil that's controlled by, say, NPDC, will not really have a floor. The floor really has to be what is the price. It has to depend on what the price of production of the barrel is, and that differs from producer to producer.
This implies that if the price goes lower, most African countries will continue to produce and stockpile oil until the price goes back up.
We depend on oil. The government runs on oil. It's the greater percentages range. I think now it's about 75% of government revenue that depends on oil. So how do you stop?
The impact of lower oil prices on African countries depends on whether the country imports or exports oil.
Right now, a lot of the countries have discoveries. The exploration efforts will slow down. The lower the price, the less the exploration. So that is not good news. But for those who are importing, it's good news because it's lower price.
In Russia, oil revenues now comprise half the national budget, and falling oil prices could increase economic and geopolitical isolation over the conflict in Ukraine.
The Russian national budget depends on oil and gas revenues, about 52% last year. When Mr. Putin was appointed president, it was less than 9%. And so if the price of oil goes down, if it is only half of the original price, it would mean that 1/4 of the revenues in the Russian national budget will just disappear.
Experts say if oil drops below $37 a barrel, it is not profitable for Russia to pump.
Basically, the average price of oil production in Russia is about $37 per barrel. If Russia wants to keep production stable, it would need to tackle some hard-to-recover reserves. And those reserves will take about $85 per barrel to produce. And so if such reserves are not produced, we can expect this year some sort of a fall in oil production in Russia, and maybe by the year 2030, Russia will become a net importer of oil.
The Russian economy is suffering the negative consequences of falling oil prices as well as Western sanctions over Ukraine.
We see now that whatever funds are available to the government are being spent not on the revival of some producing economic sectors. The money is spent first on military involvement.
In the U.S., frackers have changed the strategic equation of oil production. In the near term, low prices are forcing them to go offline, and oil production jobs are being cut. But frackers are nimble and can more quickly ramp up quick production when the price is profitable. Caroline Turner, VOA News.